shields even up?
Sailing deck 7 to 13, we have confirmed
Shields
casualties.
11% and dropping, 10%. Shields at 9, we're dropping.
All remaining power to forward shields. Prepare shuttles for evacuation.
Report. Shields are down, long-range sensors are offline. Main power is holding.
Mr. Worf, quantum torpedoes.
Ready, sir.
Fire. Mr. Data, laying a course for the 24th century. I suspect our future is there waiting for us.
Course laid in, sir.
Make it so.
What do you think attracts people to Star Trek?
I think there's a couple of things, basic things that attract people to Star Trek. For one thing, it's a very hopeful vision of the future, and I think particularly now, I don't know if particularly now, maybe always, people have been concerned about the possibility that there would even be a future. And Star Trek tells us that there is going to be a future, and it's going to be exciting. And I think it's that basically hopeful, positive vision of the future that hooks people. Also, I think there's an aspect to the show that is important and I think affects people, and that's that it really promotes the idea of equality, I believe, of all people, and respect and tolerance for all beings, whether they're humans or Ferengis or Klingons or whatever. And I think that's a very attractive quality.
Captain Riker. Hello, I'm Martin Madden. I'm the new first officer.
Commander.
Sir, I haven't met the captain yet. I was hoping that you could give me a little insight.
Well, the most important thing about Captain...
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
What is it like to take over a series or to join a series that so many people remember as something else? I mean, the olden days of Star Trek and now the next generation.
Scary. Because I don't think any of us actually anticipated that it was going to take off quite in the way it did. Certainly we wanted it to, and but the odds, I think, were pretty much stacked against us. Trying to duplicate the success of another show, particularly a classic, was utterly unexpected. And but by this point in time, we've done over 80 episodes now. It feels real comfortable.
Superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. War! Until the philosophy which old one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Well, everywhere is war. This your war. And until there's no longer first class nor second class citizens of any nation, and until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of the size, I've got to say war.
On screen.
We won't go back. You don't know what it's like in our universe. The Federation's gone. The Borg is everywhere. We're one of the last ships left, please. You've got to help us.
I'm sorry, there's no choice. If this works, everything will return to...
No, we won't go back!
What is your name?
I'm Ron Paul. I'm a congressman from Texas, serving in my 10th term. I am the champion of the Constitution.
Congressman Paul, this comes from Jay Majumdar from Roswell, Georgia, and he wants to know if you agree with Senator McCain's statement that the United States might need to have U.S. troops in Iraq for as long as even 100 years.
I don't even think they should have gone.
We have reached a landmark settlement with the nation's largest banks.
The price of oil will still be set by the global.
Tell us about this new Tesla. What's it like when you drive it? You say it's like a Porsche almost.
Well, you can compare it to a Porsche. Now, Tesla did not let me drive this car. This is a prototype. It's a beta car because, it's Silicon Valley and that's how they talk. But I got to ride around in it. We got behind a Porsche on this mountain road, and the Porsche was going really slow. We gave a little space. The guy driving it hit the I was going to say the gas, but it's not the gas, it's the accelerator. And the Tesla just bounded up this hill. So performance is not the problem with these cars. But battery life and the cost, maybe.
It's interesting you say that, Joe, because we actually posed this question to a lot of WSJ followers on Twitter, and some of them, actually a lot of them wrote in. One of them, Jordan Laxon, we said, would you ever buy an electric car? And he goes, definitely not. Think about how many times your cell phone has died. I don't need my car doing it because it lost its charge. Another guy, J.R. Saltzman, wrote in and said, I'll buy one when it can pull a snowmobile trailer through a foot of snow in negative 20-degree weather. They are useless in Wisconsin. So the electric car industry, they got an uphill battle here, don't they?
Well, I talked to some people who are on the list or who either have Tesla Roadsters or are on the list to buy one of these Model S sedans. And I talked to one guy who is an economist who lives out in Wyoming. And he has a Roadster, and he basically said what that fellow said, which is, I love the concept, I love the idea, but if you're in Wyoming and you drive it until the red light goes on and the car stops, you're screwed. Even though Tesla has the best range in the business, they're claiming up to 300 miles for the top-end version of the Model S, which is pretty good for an electric car. It's still, you have this concern that I think a lot of people are going to have, that if you're outside of an urban area, outside of a built-up environment where there might be chargers and easy access to a plug, you've got more risk than you want.
And Joe, sales have been less than stellar for some of the lower-end models or the less expensive models of electric cars so far. Do you think there's opportunity in this higher-end market where people might just have this car but obviously have a couple of other cars as well, and they just want this because they think it's cool?
It sure seems like it. Tesla says they've got, I think the number is $90 million worth of deposits on the Model S. A lot of people want this car. They're basically sold out into next year. They're starting production. They say they're going to start production in July. They're sold out into next year. What Elon Musk is doing is it's the same thing that you did with cell phones and DVRs and all that sort of stuff. He's starting high cost. He's going to let the enthusiasts pay for the development.
The main reason the gas prices are high right now is because people are worried about what's happening with Iraq.
Call me crazy one more time.
I think that Star Trek has been inspirational for technologists. So, for example, flip phones, we have those nowadays. Tricorders, we have those nowadays. They're like our iPads. One of the reasons why I became an engineer to begin with is because of Star Trek. When I would see the Enterprise, I would think about the future where human beings could travel and work in space, and it made me want to be a part of the space program.
The science fiction writers and the filmmakers really are a stimulation for us that work in the field. We are inspired by the future that they paint, that we are working to achieve.
And war is great. War is great because it just goes on and on. They're never going to learn. And I blame the soldiers. A lot of people blame the politicians. I blame these soldiers who keep showing up. Those assholes, since the Turks, the the Greeks, everybody, well, okay, I'll be there. Testosterone, not smart. No wonder they say, you want an education? Come in here. They need an education. They're not that bright.
George, don't you think that all those are young boys who are just kind of fearful for, what do you need?
Glenn, a little
Need
water.
something to
Thanks.
drink?
Yeah, getting dry here.
You know, I mean, is that not comic exaggeration? I can't believe you think that. So
Well-
many of the kids in our armed forces are kids who are buffaloed by a system. They don't have
Right.
the education or the
I understand
money to fight that system, and they're just kind of ramrodded overseas into these piss holes to defend old white men's concepts that don't mean anything.
To defend white men's private property. That's what it is. They're protecting older people's property. No, I understand that, but you said overview a little earlier. And overview to me means the whole deal. And I just think if they never showed up, what would these people do? What would the statesmen and the politicians do? They'd have to have fist fights or something. I mean, why? They just keep going back. They keep going, yeah, we'll be there, it's fun, we'll kill a guy and everything. You know, I mean,
yeah, but you got to watch Breaker Morant or Paths of Glory, and you see what happens to these poor slobs who don't show up.
Yeah.
They're put in front of a firing squad, for Christ's sake. At least
After-
over there, you're running around in the jungle. You got half a chance, you know.
I'm suggesting there is an alternative, although it's probably not doable. It's a macro idea. The idea is, fuck these people. Don't go. Nobody goes. If nobody goes, they're going to kill them all? They're going to have trials for every single person? No. I'm just living in a different kind of world. I don't subscribe. I don't buy into all the premises that go into this system. I have pulled myself away a long time ago. Well, it's probably about 10 years.
It's an existential view.
When I finally decided, fuck these people, these humans. Let them do their thing. I'll watch. It's fun. I'm out here. I have no stake in the outcome anymore. I don't care what happens to you. I don't care what happens to your country. I don't care what happens to your species. You can go get fucked because it's fun to watch you destroy each other. It's entertaining. Look at.
Texas, Houston, Texas. We are cruising on the moon's surface. Roger. 240 SX. Vert. It's performing perfectly on, again, the moon's surface. Oh, we are approaching some craters. Look out, this appears to be some sort of structure. Oh dear. Oh, okay. We've gone over some sort of structure. We can just take a photograph of that and document it. I think that was here before. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, getting low to the ground. Coming in on their surface. Oh, we are under attack. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, look at this. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, this could be the end. This could be it. Yeah. Oh, got a little there. Oh, there. One love. Victory over deception.
Hi. This is from 2010. And it's a flat earth fucking song all the way.
True. It's got
And I can't show it.
And it makes you think. Yeah, that's right. Here's Thriller Killer Clowns with magical mysteries. Y'all gonna love it. Yeah, so many confusing things out there. Well, get your magnifying glasses out, ninjas, and take a closer look at life. The world is full of magical mysteries. Puzzles unsolved since ancient history. Where does the sun hide at night? Do people really used to live in black and white? Is the world round? Is it flat? How come no one can tell me that? Is the world round? Is it flat? How come no one can tell me that?
Since ancient history.
Where does the sun hide at night? Do people really used to live in black and white? Is the world round?
Is it flat?
How come no one can tell me that? Like, what's with islands? Get more land. What's with deserts? Get less sand. What is Alaska?
Who is Brazil?
Isn't a volcano just an angry hill? How did God ever think of dirt? Are children small or just far away?
Lesson in perspective.
Why do some mountains look like presidents? What the is a clock? Now here's just a list of some stuff. Trees, swamp, caves, a horse, triangles, bridges,
That's the shit you need to look up.
And Santa Claus created all of us equal. As things kids look just like her. Got 10,000 people. And Santa Claus created all of us equal. As things kids look just like Aston. And my 2 kids look just like Aston.
Yeah, that's funny shit.
Shut off your brain. The mysteries of life can't be explained. So you books, we don't need your tricks. And all you scientists who suck on, it's all magic.
It's all magic.
Yeah, ninjas. Life is a beautiful thing. Ha ha! Stay too fresh. ASDF 2010.
Anyways, that's all I got. Couple of heart maps. Look at the gates of hell down there in Australia.
Serious question, didn't I? And I wanted a serious answer, but no, they were afraid. You can't handle the truth!
That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. She's mine. That's my girl. She's all mine. That's my girl. That's my
ain't she a beauty? Most magnificent thing I've ever seen. This lovely lady from my dreams. I say hiya hookah when I'm backstage, vicious as Tyson in a rage. But she don't dig that, so be best behave. No, seriously, you need to mask that shit with sage. What, you think it was my turn to jump on the grenade? You better get real. Titanic's promenade. Put on your vest, Jesus saves. Looks to me like you just got played. Like a shake from a California mountain, she moves me. That's my girl, ain't she a beauty? I could spend a day, a week to a century getting lost in those eyes. She's that feeling you get when you just found out you survived. So good to be alive, so when you're next to her, you know you just arrived.
She's mine. That's my girl. She's all mine. That's my girl. That's my girl.
Oh my, that's the feeling I love. So carefree, this little beautiful dove. Beyond the mountains and through the sands of time, DJ B will be there for you in between my rhymes. Rest assured, little angel, we will escape this grind. As sure as the poison fruit will dangle, there will be another to pay the fine. That's my girl, ain't she a beauty? She's so beautiful. And now that you know and see, the one I'm after is busy out writing up a new chapter. Heaven knows I bitch too much is high to the rafters, but looks and deception go hand in hand. Knew that from inception, still doesn't change the fact that she's the peak of human perfection. I like what I see, I hope you brought protection. I'm looking at you, miss. See, now is the time to make that connection.
That's my girl. That's my girl. She's all mine. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. She's mine. That's my girl. She's all mine. That's my girl. That's my
No, I'd like to answer that. Because, you see, I don't necessarily believe that that it's real. Okay? I know you'd all like to think so. But no, I think it's really just make-believe in your heads. Okay?
System failure. System failure. System failure.
Fast forward. Fast forward. Fast forwarding, sir.
Beware of the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Be aware there's carbon cracks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. It's Deja B, kicking out sage advice. You better run your ass off, cause these Decepticon carbon quacks gonna pick up the mic and say pinky toe brain shit like CO2 is bad for yes, Mother Earth. So like I'm speaking facts, not fiction, with the clearest of diction. Columbo on a case, Deja B knows the mission. Be aware of the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Be aware there's carbon cracks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. I'm like, oh my snob, did they clone Chicken Little? I mean, if you're saying that the sky is falling, then it surely must be from all those X's that you've been drawing. So step back from that mic and stop lying to children. Say no thank you to your Ritalin and dog walk these tools, cause they're fools, cause the drawers goes the tools. Who's the more toolish, the tool or the tools that follow them? Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Deja B. Be aware of the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Be aware there's carbon cracks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Like one of these cats said that they want to go to Mars, and I'm like, hey man, you should take your non-Tesla cars. You should know exactly what these Decepticons think we are. Deja B don't work on Maggie's farm no more. Already won this battle. You look up at that score, saying, why is the Illuminati crying? Because they just got dunked on by DJ Deja B. Be aware of the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Be aware there's carbon cracks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. And last, never least, let's address masontrix cheese. Black and white leagues went to run up inflation to bring us all to our knees. Hear this angle, untangle the mangle. We be star-spangled as we lock at your sellouts in this cheese that they be dangling. Educate to extricate the whole mass of the people. Rise better than the past 100 years straight of war. Politely show this kind of leadership to the door. Oh, don't let the bum hit you on the throwing out the door. But come on, CO2 is in BB guns for children since before Deja B was born. So you need to back off from the mic if you're gonna drop shit like that, little tykes. Carbon tax, whatever. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Deja B. Be aware of the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon quacks. Be aware there's carbon cracks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks, the carbon tax. Be aware there's carbon quacks, the carbon quacks.
Important transitions in our lives.
They denote the passage of time.
Not just the passage of time, but the presence of time within us. They make us think of our mortality. These occasions encourage us to think about what's behind us and what lies ahead.
The vision.
I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes that I kick. Get with the winning team or get on with your losing dreams. It's up to you. We came here to play, y'all. So much to say, y'all. Always here on time. Free to let go of that rhyme of time. To see came here to dominate, exonerate, no, obliterate. We're busting out, see, DJB division, we're busting out of here, see. Bust out my style like a motherfucking leprechaun. Grant your 3 wishes, suck a check, who you betting on? Those are here to diss, I grant this first wish. I blow out the candle, sucker, this shit is rich. We give you anything you could ever want. Shake it up, stir it up, serve it like a Hawaiian punch. Got more rhymes, Candace got bacon. Some parts in the tool shed, sucker, no mistaken. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss. Rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss. The rhymes I kick may leave you at a loss as I see perfect just like my man Bob Ross. Ross. The rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. Bust out my style, just a giant leprechaun, busting free from that rainbow, free to rock the mind of those with the endo. Onto my next, a Porsche in the window. Don't need no keys, yo, just flash them the bankroll. See, I got the beat, yo, song is on the street. Girlie step to B, saying, where's my treats? Eat 'em up, yum. Those unaware, I toss out the dum-dums. The rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss. Rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss. Rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. The rhymes that I kick may leave you at a loss as I paint a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross. May leave you at a loss as I see a perfect picture like my man Bob Ross.
We were seduced by the glamour of it all.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it.
What are you filming? Oh, that.
Yep.
Looks terrible, dude.
Yep.
I can't. I'm trying to wave my hands. Get lower! I can't reach.
Well, I'm filming that shiny spot over there.
Stop it. Oh, and I told you to stop. Oh, you're filming the shiny spot.
Yep. So you got the sun, and then you got the shiny spot over here.
I see it, and it hurts.
Don't look at it.
The shiny spot no more.
All right, people. Try to hold the camera steady for you so you can see this. Keeps the camera wide. You can see they're coming like crazy. It's only a couple more days before the election. Got to get that poison up there in the air. And as you can see, we've got a daytime moon there. Should be in the center of your screen. But I'm filming this not for the chemies, but reasons that they run the chemies. You can look way up there and see they're up there still cheming right there in center screen. But if you look over there, right there in center screen, there's that super shiny spot. So there's your sun, and there's one of them there sun dogs, so they like to call. But they sure are working real hard to try to hide it. I mean, look at all this. Now they've been spraying like crazy the past couple of days, and I usually don't film, but again, when I get that shiny spot out there, you see it right there in the center of the screen. There's your sun. Trying to figure out what exactly is the nature of that. So that's about all I've got for you. I'll put this in the 1080 proofs, but definitely interesting. Again, that shiny spot right over there, surrounded by chemies. And there's the sun, and there's me, Deja Vu, and there's Fancy. So victory over the Decepticons. One love. Alright, it's secondary. This is 20 minutes later. And so there's the sun, and then I'm doing it through the trees here. So you can see directly at the top to the right of that small tree, there's that shiny spot they keep trying to intersect on. It's awfully bright. Like I said, I've filmed 2, 3, 4 sundogs before, but this is just one. And it's a big one. And they just keep writing over it. There's a lot of goo in the sky. One love. Alright, this will be the final one I'm going to do. So, there's your daytime moon. Of course, my camera's having trouble with it. So there's your daytime moon. And then directly adjacent, I left the sun behind the clouds this time for you, so you can see this major bright spot right here. And they really keep trying to exit out. But there it is. It is awfully bright. You can see it stands out all by itself. So, for frame of reference, you've got the moon up there where we started from, and then you've got the reflection point right there, and then obviously the sun. But that reflection point is massive, and like I said, they just keep seriously targeting it, and you can see these serious splinters, and the air is nasty. Nasty to breathe. Nasty to come out here. Isn't that right, Fancy? But came out here and filmed it for you. So there's some more 1080s. One love, and victory over these Decepticons. Don't let the 11-9 hangover get you.